What's up, YouTube? The PokeGamer here. As you can tell, this is obviously not Fire Red. This is actually Black and White 2. And as you can see in front of you, I have a little team preview thing, which means only one thing: Wi-Fi battle. I did manage to get a battle in this week, and it was with someone from Smallgun. I do not remember the name, so I'm not going to really be able to put up a name or whatever. But we'll see how. I don't know how I'm going to title this video or anything either, so I mean, just bear with it. So let's just get into the team preview here. He has a Deoxys Defense, I'm assuming a Dreamworld Venusaur, a Salamence, which I predicted to be a Moxie-Ment, and I actually did predict that pretty damn well. I don't know if any other Salamences were used. I know that Intimidate's not a terrible thing to have, but you know. He also has a Starmie, a Ninetales, and a Scizor. The Scizor, I wasn't sure on what it was. I don't like every Scizor pretty much is always a choice set. I wasn't sure if it was a Scarf or if it was a choice band set. Mine on my team, I actually use a choice band because of Technician and Bullet Punch. It's really powerful if you ever use it. The rest of my team is a Politoed, a Ferrothorn, a Vaporeon, a Dreamworld Vaporeon, by the way, Thundurus Therian, and a Dreamworld Tentacruel. The two Dreamworld, well, all the Dreamworld water types on my team are all just fucking amazing. Ferrothorn is there for the fact that it can scare out shit. It's also there for entry hazards and whatnot. The Tentacruel is kind of there to be a physical wall, but at the same time it can set up toxic spikes, as well as I think it has Hidden Power Ice or something, and it has Scald with Protect. In all my actual battles with my real DS, it's actually the same set if I remember correctly, and it's just been always a monster for me. I don't think there's really anything else special about this team, so let's just kind of get into the battle. First battle on this channel, let's go. So I'm going to be leading off with Politoed, and he's going to be leading off with his Deoxys Defense. I was actually expecting the Ninetales, but I guess not. So what he does is he leads off with Taunt, which you'll see in a few seconds. I thought that was a little unusual, really. I don't understand why he would taunt my Politoed, because maybe he thought I had Hypnosis on him or whatever, but I follow up with Hydro Pump. This does a decent amount of damage if I remember correctly, but because he has the red card, which you're about to see, he forces me to switch out, and it drags out my Thundurus, which in my opinion wasn't a bad thing. Like, there could have been worse shit that he could have pulled out of my team. He switches into Venusaur, knowing that I'm going to be using an obvious Thunderbolt here. This was a bad play on my part. I should have predicted that he was going to do that and go with a Hidden Power Ice instead, because I don't think he was going to switch into something like fucking, you know, like if he brought out the Ninetales, he would have taken a decent amount of damage, but it wouldn't do anything against Thundurus. Venusaur, on the other hand, can take that Thunderbolt and whatever. So because of that, I switch out into Scizor, and there's a double switch here, so he switches into his Ninetales, which I guess was a good prediction on his part. I mean, whatever. So I'm going to be switching out again here. And I'll be bringing out my Politoed, because I really want my weather up, I don't want his weather up. I knew that I absolutely had to get rid of this Ninetales, otherwise I knew for a fact I was going to lose. He sets up the Calm Mind, which I was a little surprised by, but I guess it's whatever. It was a good prediction on his part. I'm surprised he stays in though, and the fact that he's faster is kind of surprising as well. I don't remember my EV and IV spread on this, but I go with the Hydro Pump here, and if I remember correctly, this actually takes down the Ninetales, which absolutely just made me happy. The second I saw that, I'm like, okay, I have a really, really good chance of winning now. My rain is permanently up unless he has Sunny Day somehow on his team. I seriously doubt it was going to do anything. So he sends out his Yugi, aka Salamence. I knew this was going to be a pain in the ass. This Draco Meteor actually takes me out. The burn would have taken me out if I had survived with only a few HP left. And then he gets, as I predicted, the Moxie. It really wasn't that big of a deal for me. I really could care less about Moxie, but at the same time, if it was, like you'll see later down the line that I help prevent this thing from actually sweeping my entire team. So I send out the Vaporeon, and I had a huge what the fuck moment. When I went to go select my attack, I did not have Ice Beam. so I had to go with something else. And normally my opponents always pack Scald and Ice Beam as their offensive moves. So I had to go with the Scald here, and if I remember correctly, this almost takes out his Deoxys, and he just sets up a Stealth Rock. I believe I follow up with another Scald, which takes out Deoxys. Which I'm surprised he let the Deoxys die, but I guess it was so low in the health that it didn't matter, and I got an unnecessary critical, so whatever. So he sends out his Starmie. This is something I was actually a little scared by. Starmie is always fast, and it's got a lot of special attack. My Vaporeon's not very specially defensive. It's actually a bulky Pokemon physically, so I go for the Toxic here. I actually thought that I actually completely forgot about Natural Cure. But I did get some poison damage on him, and I switch out into Ferrothorn. I did this partly to scare out the Starmie and to take the Thunderbolt like a champ. I mean, like for real. Ferrothorn's a beast. He actually gets a critical with the Thunderbolt though, so I mean, it's whatever. But I do scare him out, which you'll see in a few seconds, and this is where I figured, okay, it's poisoned, whatever, and he switches out, and when he comes back in later, you'll see that it's not poisoned. I completely forgot about Natural Cure. Big facepalm on my part. So I follow up with the Stealth Rocks here. I feel like I should have done Stealth Rocks first, but at the same time, if I had, he would have just Rapid Spinned them away. So I wanted to scare it out with the Power Whip, but I knew he was going to switch, so I went with that. He goes for a Fire Blast here, and I'm honestly surprised that my Ferrothorn survived this. It'll be in like the very low red, as you can see. So what I ended up doing is I figured I was going to fucking die anyways, so I went with the Thunder Wave. And I mean, whatever, I went second, so there was no chance of me, you know, getting hit before it hit. This is where it made Salamence so much easier to kill, because, like, if I could at least outspeed it with some things, then, I mean, I can get some extra damage on it and just slowly take it down. And then my leftovers bring me back into the little mid area, and then he just Fire Blasts me to death. And that takes out the Ferrothorn. So with Ferrothorn down, I was going to go into my Thundurus Therian because it actually packs a Hidden Power Ice, like I mentioned earlier. And I figured, okay, whatever, I can get a serious amount of damage on it. If I remember correctly, he switches out, like seeing that I have my Thundurus out, he switches out. I should have predicted this because I knew he still had the Starmie. I feel like an idiot for not doing it, but I go for the Hidden Power Ice here. Like I thought he might stay in because it's paralyzed. I figured he might not care about it so much anymore, being an easy target basically. But I hit him with the Hidden Power Ice. It doesn't do very much. It did more than I expected, but only because of the Life Orb. I believe that he uses Rapid Spin and gets rid of the entry hazards that I set up with my Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn's dead, so I can't really set up any other hazards other than Toxic Spikes, which doesn't really do much against the rest of his team. So I finish this thing off with a Thunderbolt, and I think that puts me in the lead by 1 now, because I think we both have 2 downs, and then this down makes it 3 on his part. So he sends out his Scizor. Now I wasn't sure why he sent out Scizor for this, but I switched out because, I mean, it kind of walls me. Like, Electric's not very good, and neither is Hidden Power Ice. The only other moves I had, I think, were Agility and something else that didn't do much. So I brought out the Tentacruel to take the Bullet Punch. I knew that Tentacruel would take it pretty damn well. Not only that, but it's a physical set as well. Like, it's a physically bulky set. And on top of that, I actually misplayed here. I don't understand why he... Well, actually, I don't think it would be so much as a misplay as it is, like, he did something unpredictable. I went for the Protect, just to kind of see what he was going to do here. Like, if he was going to stay in or whatever. Like, either way, I was going to get what I wanted, and I wanted to get some health recovery back. So I go for the Rapid Spin here to get rid of all the entry hazards on my side, which was, I think, just the Stealth Rocks. It wasn't that big of a deal. I think that, doesn't take me out here, I think. Yeah, he actually doesn't even bring me into the red, which is actually kind of surprising. But, because, I mean, he's life orb too, which is a little ridiculous in my opinion. This was one of the dumbest things in the match. I actually used Protect again and it's successful. But watch what happens. He's fully paralyzed. So, the Protect was wasted yet again. Like, if I tried to do it again next turn, it would most likely fail, which was kind of a pain in the ass. Like, it was just stupid. So I go for the Scald here to just get some damage. I had figured this thing's packing Earthquake or something, or it was just going to go for like a Draco Meteor or something, and it goes for the Earthquake like I figured it had. I think the one that I have on my actual game also uses Earthquake, so I think this is a standard Smogon set. This is a Life Orb though, mine's an Expert though. And he gets his little Moxie and shit, so it's whatever. So, after losing some Life Orb damage, I send out my Thunderous Therian again. So, he switched, or I switch back out again. I think I overpredicted. Yeah, I overpredicted here, which, in my opinion, could have been a very fatal error if he had gone for the right move. But he didn't, and for some reason he switched out. Like, I'm assuming he thought that he just couldn't take the Bullet Punch or whatever, so he just decided to switch. Wasn't a big deal for me really. So I go for the Superpower here because I'm Choice Banded. I knew this wasn't very effective. Like, it didn't matter what he brought out. I knew it wasn't going to be very effective, but I knew it would do a decent amount of damage with the Choice Band. So I went with that instead. Now, this play I don't understand. I think he intended this to be Death Fodder. I don't know what he expected. I think he maybe expected Hidden Power Ice from my Thunderous or something. Like earlier on or whatever, I don't know. But, and like, the Giga Drain seemed kind of pointless because he's Life Orb. Like, the shit that he gained back, it just went away because of the Life Orb. But either way, it didn't matter. It went down. So here comes his Scizor. It's a Scizor versus Scizor, but the thing is I decide to switch mine out, and I bring in my Thunderous again. I can't remember what I was thinking when I did this exactly, but he goes for the Superpower, and I believe that kills my Thunderous. Yep, it does. So, with this, the match is almost over. Like, he only has 2 Pokemon left. I think I have 3 or 4, maybe. I think I have 3 at this point now, because of the Thunderous down. So I send out my Vaporeon. And this thing, is, like I've mentioned before, I think, is that it's a physically bulky Pokemon. He sends out his Salamence. I don't understand what he was thinking about doing this, but I guess I predicted the switch, and I went for the rest to get full health, because I assumed that he might actually switch in. I don't know what scared off the Scizor, really. I mean, maybe it was the fact that he used Superpower or something, I don't know. But because of hydration, this thing wakes up, and I end up hitting him with a Scald. If I remember correctly, this just barely kills it, leaving him with only Scizor, and this will pretty much be the game here. I actually am very surprised at how powerful this Vaporeon is, even though it's a bold nature. He hits me with the Bullet Punch. It doesn't do very much. It does a decent amount of damage, I guess, but it doesn't do very much. So I go for the Scald here, and I was really amazed at how much damage this actually did. It brought him down just past half. I actually do not understand that. Like, I really don't understand that. But he goes for the Bullet Punch again because he's locked in. He can't switch out. I assume he was hoping for critical hits left and right or something, but whatever. This Scald takes out his Scizor, and that will be the game. And with that, I won. So let me know what you guys think of this Wi-Fi battle. You know, just, you know, whatever. If you guys enjoyed the battle, please give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, you know, all that other happy crap. I will try to have another one up next week. I'm going to try and at least get in one battle somehow every week. I mean, it's just one battle. I don't have to, you know, kill myself over trying to get it or whatever. So rate, comment, subscribe, all that other shit. Like I said, if you like the video, then give it a like, obviously, and share it with your friends, because I would like to see if I can get a lot of people to enjoy my Wi-Fi battles and enjoy my LPs as well. So until next time, this is the PokeGamer signing off.